Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, today I'm going to explain the difference between the real world versus school, work, the work industry versus education. Yeah, guys, education is worthless. Like, I'm not gonna lie, yo. The things we get taught at school is embarrassing. Because I remember I was doing my 1 month internship now as an IT support intern. So when I was doing the job, I was being taught while doing the job at the same time. I never applied school knowledge in there. Like, never. If ever I applied my own knowledge into the work environment, it's just general things that I know even before studying IT. It's just things that everyone knows. Like, you don't even have to be IT to, like, it's like those computer literacy type of things, like, oh, can you help me copy all these junk files from desktop to documents, like control all, like you can even highlight with the mouse, like control control C, control V, it, like just paste, and like it's something you figure out on your own. It's not like the textbook told you to do that. So yeah. Also, um 80% of what you do as IT support is hands-on job. It's not like sitting in a computer doing IT work. Like, for example, moving heavy printers from one location to another. Um, if say someone needs a, like, not someone, moving all electronics from one storeroom to the next storeroom. Uh, yeah, a lot of hands-on tasks, guys. Uh, Cable management, using your hands, a laser blade to put the cables in the roof, to make sure that, like, when the manager or anyone in general, their cables are scattered everywhere, they would like it if their cable was well organized, like the extension was like under the table, stuck, attached. You need a trunky to organize this type of things. Like, it must just look neat in their desk in terms of cables. So you get the idea. Yeah. And 20% of the task is IT work. Like, for example, adding a user to a domain. In terms of networking, do you even know how to do that? Did school ever teach you that stuff? You don't know nothing. That's how embarrassing it is. Like, that stuff I was taught at work, I was never taught this at school, bruh. I don't care where you come from. Like, maybe TUT you were taught that, but to be honest, I doubt it's something you had to learn on your own. Okay, TUT, VETS, UJ, Demelin, Rosebank, TVET College, wherever you name it, you were not taught these things. You know what's the funny thing, man? It's not even funny. Like, it's very embarrassing. When I was doing my internship, I was like retarded. That's how bad it was, guys. Like, I remember before I did my internship in first semester, né, during the exam they asked us like to pull out a network cable so that we won't cheat in the exam. We didn't even know what the network cable was. That's how embarrassing it was, because they never demonstrated like this is a network cable, this is what dot. Because we're doing most of our stuff online. So, because I did my first year, second year online, then third year, that's when I came back to school. Because to be honest, now when it comes to computers, I've never used a network cable. I always used like Wi-Fi. Uh, so it's like it's this is new to me, bruh. Yeah. But then say I did my internship earlier, and in the exam room they asked me to pull out a network cable so that we won't connect to the internet to cheat. I would already know what the network cable looks like. I'll just pull it out and then start coding and doing my exam and stuff like that. Yeah. But then that moment was very embarrassing for us until I had to ask a friend. Like most of us didn't know what it was. We had to ask that like one or two smart people that are like logical in saying like, oh, that's a network cable. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. We didn't like. I remember we didn't even know like. I just called it a server box until I later found out, oh, it's called a system unit. It was so embarrassing. And in the IT environment, they know it's a system unit, but they'd rather give it that slang name. They call it a box, where you switch on for desktop computers and you plug your whatever. Yeah, it's embarrassing. You don't know how to add a user to a domain so that the desktop computer can connect to the internet in a wired manner with using the company logo. For example, shoprite.local. We were never taught that stuff, bruh. It's embarrassing. Oh, and by the way, this is for everyone, even if you're not doing IT. Like, you are doing HR, business, whatever. Do you even know what a ticketing system is? Like, honestly, you don't even know what a ticketing system is. And they should have taught us that at school. A ticketing system is, let's say I'm an accountant, ne? It's an online platform, an online system where I go there, I use these softwares are for internal users in the building. So oh, sorry, I was distracted. Okay, so my emails are not working. I go to the ticketing system to request IT support help so that the IT person can come to my desk and help me with my emails, or they can do something to fix with the email server or something like that. Like anything IT related, I can either call them if it's an emergency, or I can uh if it's not an emergency, I'll log a call on a ticketing system, like a request to help me. Let's just say uh like I said, I'm an accountant, and there's someone, Lesejo is a receptionist. Lesejo requested something on the ticketing system. I requested something. She requested uh, assistance on the ticketing system at 11 o'clock. I requested my own IT technical issue at 12 o'clock. The IT support will do things one by one. If it needs him to be there physically, he'll go to Liseljo. If he can fix the issue from his department on the desk remotely, then he'll do that there. You know what I'm saying? He'll do that at his office and like fix something, and my stuff is all sorted now. You see? So that's the IT environment. That's like ticketing system. Every office building knows and relies on ticketing system. There's also something called I forgot the name. Let me try to remember. Oh yeah, team viewer. Team viewer is like I can work on your computer remotely. Like I'm on my laptop ne, and a friend is somewhere on the laptop. I can connect to their laptop and see things what they are doing, and even code things once they give me the ID number and password. Once they give me that authorized permission to do so. So it's a software where you can use to, you know, assist someone on their computer remotely. So yeah, there's like that's just the it. I don't want to share a lot of softwares that the company I was working for was using, but yeah, that's what they were using. You can even do that with like for personal use. You can use something called what's this? Uh, remote Chrome. Like I was doing coding with someone doing via remote Chrome. Yeah. So yeah, guys, and also you don't even know how to install Windows 11 on someone's computer via a USB. You can do that via USB. You didn't School never taught you that. That's how embarrassing it is. You cannot How can you graduate with your degree and then come and assist someone who has computer problems and think you can solve? No, guys. And even this whole thing of computer science, it shouldn't always specialize on coding and math. It should also address all IT problems, computer problems. It's not coding science, it's computer science. That's what it should have done. You know what I'm saying? So it makes education feel worthless. Like it's very embarrassing. And like um yeah, man, like the things, it's embarrassing. I didn't even know what format was. I didn't know that, like, you, like, I had to oh, format means to reset every. I was the type of person to rely everything on the education system. And yeah, um if my kids ever wanted to study IT, I would strongly advise them to, um let's say, like, if they want to study IT and become an IT specialist or IT support, I would strongly advise them not to go to school. I would advise them to make sure they would um, get their CompTIA A plus and N plus, Cisco industry certifications, and go through training at a in industry, a work environment, then work your way up and become that IT specialist. Yeah. Because the people I worked with, majority of them, like, they don't they just have a metric and industry certifications. They don't have what's this a master's degree in IT. I can bring someone who has a master's degree in IT and they still can't do what they do, because those guys in the work environment are way experienced, way smart, compared to someone with a master's degree. Fine, master's degree is also smart, ne? Textbook smart, sharp. Anyways, yeah. And also, like, okay, so if my child says I want to become a software developer, what I'll do, ne? Yes, I'll tell them, look, okay, go and study IT, because IT you also learn coding, IT, computer science, anything that specializes in coding. You go do your diploma, your degree, ne? While you are doing that, don't just sit around. First year, you should also be doing Udemy courses. You should also be doing free code camp, building projects, create a GitHub account. Do all those things while you are studying IT, so that by the time you finish with your qualification, you already have everything like that you have done on your spare time. You already build apps and applications. You really think that thing that you did in class, create a student grading system, you enter grades, it must pop up, you think that is gonna help you? No, no. You need to build real applications on your free time. That is going to give you a boost about, like they'll take you seriously, because one, yes, they do require you to have tertiary education, and two, not just that, they would require you to also build projects, and you did some online courses, or if there's certifications, but like just online general coding courses. And also, you also, like, I would advise my kid to freelance, build websites for your community. Like, if you stay in Soweto, build a website for that internet cafe person, or that one who's a hair salon business. Work your way up until now you're at the position where you even freelanced to the point where you even build websites for, who's this, what's like those for companies, like small business companies, you know what I'm saying? And social media influencers, likes of Tato Rampedi. If you want to build a website for him, go ahead, go ahead, son, daughter. Yeah. That's what I would advise my kid, you know, because it's tough out here. And then that's when the industry, even though you don't have experience, that's when they're like, I like this guy, let's hire this person, he's a hard worker, you know. So yeah. um but you cannot rely on IT, like, guys. The education system, I still blame them. Like, well, like, if you want to be IT support, IT specialist, don't go to school. If you want to do coding, go to school, but don't think it's going to teach you anything useful. It's going to teach you, it's going to help you understand how IT works. But if you want to learn like big things, you need to, like, build projects on your spare time, learn more languages. Guys, think about it. Those people who are software developer graduates themselves, they even build projects and do online courses, because they know the truth. They know how savage it is. You can't rely on your stuff alone. You need to, like, It's very unfortunate in the world we live in. Like, you need to know a lot of stuff, guys. And that's the embarrassing. Like, I know I'm going to UJ next year, né? But then like I don't like my. I learned about software testing this year, and I'm going to learn it next year as well. It's theory. The only practical is coding. It's theory. We don't know what software we use for testing. We don't know. It's just theory. Like we don't know how to do software testing, what to use. Like most of the modules are theory. Like the only thing we use for practical is just coding a calculator. That's it. It's very unfortunate, bruh. Like the only time that you will be exposed to like actual practical, it's like other things. It's maybe if you are doing like group assignments or like assignments in J, that's when you are exposed to some database stuff. But it's sad, guys. It's really sad that in the world we live in. And also, let me ask you another question. Do you know how to map the drives? I don't care if you're even if you're doing computer science or IT or informatics, but IT related courses should address all IT issues. Do you even know what mapping a drive means? You don't know that, you have no idea. That's how the education system robs you. You don't even know that you like every employee in the work environment has their own drive. They don't rely on that hard disk drive that they have in their system unit. No, they have their own drive. I don't know where. They just have it in a system where they access that drive, and then they copy paste company drives. Like not copy paste, they map the drive so that you can easily access your drives when you need important documents and things like that. You don't even know what mapping a drive is. You don't know how to install Windows 11. You don't know how to add a user to a domain. We don't know. Like you don't know. And I still also don't know. I know them, but I think I forgot them even. There's still a lot more I need to learn because 1 month was a short period of time. There's a lot, and you don't know how to fix printer problems because they cannot. Like you should also know printers as an IT support. You should know the ins and outs of a printer. If someone says I cannot, like, how do you know how to install drivers for specific printers? Do you know how to use control panel properly? We don't. I still also don't. I was not. They were not specific on that because like my I was it guys, like it's like it was a short period of time. Everything happened so fast. Like how to add a device and printers, how to add the person so that the person who's an accountant can print their stuff. Do you know config page? Do you know how to do you know config page is also known as counter page? Do you guys, it's like people in the work environment don't care that you can build software. I'm sorry, this sounds savage, but people in the work environment are just there to make money, and also they need help with computer problems they'll encounter. I need help with my emails. My printer is not working. I can't do this. I need help with this. No one cares about, wow, you went to school to learn SDLC. You are treated as if you just finished your matric or you just some dropout. Like no one gives a damn. People need you to solve their computer problems fast. The education system could have, what they could have done was, if I had to build my own school, I would have looked at the work environment, researched what are the IT technical problems that people encounter, and use that to start my own school and train kids on how to solve those problems. That's what I would have been taught. That is worth learning, guys. Like you need to, there's a lot of things you need to know. Like there's a don't like most, even IT for tertiary education is pointless. IT should have been taught in industries, not in schools. It doesn't make sense. I always knew that as a kid. So yeah, like there's a lot of things we don't know, guys. And it's very sad. It's just that we have no choice but as IT students to learn this on our own. Because I could say these things and the education system won't change, and they'll just take our money. So guys, it's very bad out there. Like you need to, if you are a problem solver, you can solve problems that constantly happen, then you are worth value for the work environment. It's, yeah, that's how it is, what it is, guys. And there are certain things like, say, install Office 365 and create an account for this person. You have to do it in the right, proper way. There's just so much that I could say that I maybe forgot to mention, and forgive me for that. But that's what the environment is like. It's very unfortunate. It's the sad reality of life. It's and also, what school could have taught us? How to hand work under pressure. They should. I know we know like, look guys, school, we know how to work under pressure at school, but I'm talking about like, it's different than working under pressure, not schooling under pressure, working under pressure. Like, you need to know how to deal with angry people, pissed off people, and like how to work, how to deal with deadlines, how to multitask, how to use cheat code to run away with maybe like but how to, like, guys, like there's a lot of things, like how to handle people management, social skills, how to deal with like people that are rude to you, people, how to deal with romance, don't fall for your colleagues, how to deal with even budgeting, even tax. Do you know that like in salary, like if you get paid above 5K, you have to also do something about tax. If you get paid less than 5K, you don't have to worry about tax. There's just I